What's up, fam? If you wonder where I've been, car's broke since Dino Day. Never thought it would happen to me, but I kind of see what those big name guys be talking about. A $30 part can cause your car to break. So this $30 part right here is a camshaft position sensor. Evidently, these go bad, send bad readings, send your car in the limp mode. And being that my car is Pro Charged, and I have the Pro Charger coolant overflow tank relocated from where the Pro Charger was to over here. If I didn't have that, it would be easy to get to, because right behind where the thermostat would be, where the coolant line goes in, is where the camshaft sensor is. So I got to take this guy off. It's been a while, a couple of years. It bolts right here to the top of the camshaft case, or the intake manifold, and also to the alternator mounting bolt. So I'm going to take those off to get to the sensor. It's just a bolt that pulls out one bolt, pull the plug out, put the new plug in, lubricate the packing, and should crank. In the meantime, I'm charging my battery. Bought a new battery. It's the off-show season, so it's time to get the cars ready, right? So I'm gonna disconnect that and see if I can get to the camshaft sensor. I also bought crankshaft sensor. That's a little bit further down. I got to figure out how to get to that with all the plumbing and stuff I got in there. Another $30 part that can cause your car to go bad. Got these from AutoZone. Had it delivered to the house, so I don't have AutoZone close to me anymore in the country out here, but that's where we at. Once I get that running, swap the battery out, we'll be ready. Trying to make it to the big showdown in Dallas in April, but if I can't, I'll just hit some local shows and we'll see. Maybe do some races, but probably not. Trying to make this year all about getting ready for show season and get that other car ready for the racetrack. So let's see if it fires up after I get this switched out, or do we have a bigger problem? Slow progress. Catch can nut. Been meaning to reposition this anyway. I don't have metric ratchet wrenches. I definitely need to get some, but I had to move the catch can out of the way. While it's off, I'm of course going to empty it, but got to get back here, so got to break that, then see what's next. My plan is to loosen this, which is already loose. Just got to get it off, and then hopefully I got enough slack to take this hose off, just loosen the alternator bolt, and tilt the whole thing forward to get it off without having to take that off too, because it's going to be a pain. All right, got that off. Coolant tank hose off. Try not to drop anything. Hopefully I don't have to take this all the way off. I can just open this clamp, slide it back a little bit, move the hose off. If you got a Pro Charger and you need to replace one of these tanks, I have a video for it. But it's not that difficult if you got the right tools. This is a 7 mil. There's a 15 mil to get that bolt off. All right, slide that back and should be good. Just remember to have something better than ratchet wrenches. Yep, it was a 10 mil. So once you get that off, you can see that that bracket is holding the plug in place. It's a washer on it, so try not to drop it. All right, disconnected it. All I have to do is squeeze that side right here, pull it out. I was going to use that to have a little bit of leverage to wiggle it, but I don't want to mess the connector up. It's got an O-ring on it, a packing, so it's going to take a little bit of fighting with to get it out. It was in there, so what I wound up doing was using needle nose pliers and going into the hole that the bolt was in and using that for leverage to pull it out. And there's your 2015 Dodge Scat Pack camshaft sensor. Now let's see if AutoZone sent me the right one. So there's the old one, and that's the new one. They look the same. Hopefully that fixes it. If not, moving on to the cap. Well, I'm added, I'm gonna dump the catch can oil, and as always inspect it. Go into the light and see if there's any metal shavings in here. And it doesn't look milky, so that's a good sign. Catch can doing his job. Shout out Billy Technology, Louisiana. So I like to pour this on first ant pile I can find because I'm spiteful. Right. Overflow cooler tank back in and secured. Catch can back in and secured. My dipstick back in because it was getting in the way. Pretty soon we're gonna be able to go back out and collect some more. So I'm at the point now where disassembling my speaker box enclosure to get to the battery that's in the trunk to replace it. So got two of the sides out. Now I got to work on the bottom. Get it out. All right, so that's the bottom. Now I got to get the actual enclosure out and then the speaker box, which is going to be tough, but I might have to take the speakers out of the sub because everything is wired inside the box and there's no way to pull the speaker box out without the wires, unless I can pull that carpet up and push the box back into the car far enough to lift up the floor panel to get to the battery. All right, I undid the other side of the installation, so now I know that has to come off to move the whole enclosure and get it out. Let's see if it'll come out enough for me to disconnect the LED. Pull my insulation up to get this part out, but this side comes up pretty easily, so if I can get this up and around, I should be able to get it out. Gotta be careful though, because this has LEDs on it too, and I don't want to rip them out. Alright, I might not have to disconnect them. Looks like that's the disconnecting the connection right there. But I think he gave me enough wire to where I can take this out and put it on the ground without disconnecting it. All right, so the enclosure is out. It's the speaker box, and still don't have enough clearance. I need to get to that crease right there to be able to lift this up and get to the battery. So I'm gonna try to wiggle it back as much as I can, but it's not a lot of clearance. It's super cold outside, so went on ahead and clamped the strut so the trunk doesn't fall on me. If you don't have one of these and your strut fail, you can really hurt yourself. So I got enough of those in case I need to do the hood and the trunk and the Lambo doors all at the same time. For the hood and the trunk, you only really need one, but of course for each door. So you want to have at least 4 of them, but they work pretty good. All right, so got to the battery. The battery nuts are 10 mil, so got that right here. Get those loose. See if we can get the battery out. Been dying to use my new extendable ratchet anyway. And the battery brace is also a 10 mil. All right, battery disconnected. And out of the car. And I don't know if you can hear that, but it's an acid style battery. And I definitely recommend switching to AGM. So instead of battery acid, you got a gel inside. So that's done. No risk of electrocution now. Working on the alternator or the lighting. One step forward. Battery out. Enclosure out. Don't need to move the speaker too much. You can see it's right on the fold line to where I can move it to get to the battery compartment, spare tire, or tire inflator. It's a win and it's brake. All done under the hood. Not done back here yet, but I don't want to put that back together until I replace my wicker bill. Got the new one in the mail maybe 6-7 months ago. So I'm gonna unbox this bad boy and replace Deadpool Scat 426 with the new Fasty's Garage custom Deadpool wicker bill that I've been waiting to unbox for a long time. So you'll see that. Might wait till tonight when it's darker so you can see it light up. Time to take off the old so I can put on the new. Time to open up the new one. And Fred at Fasty's Garage was nice enough to even put installation instructions on here. That's what's up. Oh man. Exactly what I asked for. This is the only person that ever gave me exactly what I asked for. So this is what I got, guys. Comic book strip type. New Deadpool wicker bill. One of one. It's got the Deadpool core. All the different variants of Deadpool. Had to get Squirrel Pool. Had to get Galactipool. Gotta get it. We had to get it. Exactly how I wanted it to be. And it's pre-cut. It's exactly what I wanted. And this one's gonna have more than one color feature, as you can see, so gotta make sure I wire it right so it can look good. Super excited. So After looking at Downforce's solution video to installing the wicker bill, I realized that I was wiring it like the previous person wired it, which wasn't going to work. The last person wired through that hole, and there wasn't no way I can fit all 4 of these through that hole. Well, 6 of these through that hole, because it only had 2 going through there before. So Downforce's solution video said to wire it through your rear view camera's hole or through here. So now all I have to do is zip tie it to the connectors, hook it to the positive and negative terminal, download the app, put my battery in, and everything should be good. So I'll be back once I get to that point. Downforce's solution wicker bill, LED illuminated wicker bill video helped a lot. So y'all go check out Downforce Solutions, man. Man, you can't make this stuff up. I'm just about done. About to pull the paper off the wicker bill, put the battery in, and start the car, and my garage breaks. Even if I wanted to go to a car show this weekend, can't even get out of the garage. And if I force it open, it's gonna be harder to get back down. So I ordered a kit from Amazon, new brackets and rollers, so I'm gonna try to replace that. And then try to get this done. The homie was gonna come over and help me finish wiring it, so I can so the wicker bill can come on when I hit the brakes and when I park, but can't even get the garage open. Must not be meant to be yet. But I gotta tell April for the big show, so it's only March now. So I got a month to fix it. We'll see what happens. Y'all wish me luck. Alright, new garage rollers. These supposed to be quiet. And my garage is loud as heck, so let's see. Brackets. Rollers go in. Like that. And it shouldn't be that difficult. Bolt those in. Put the rollers. Tired of waiting. I gotta see what it looks like. All right, batteries in, new batteries in. This is the old one. Get some light. This is the old one. 800 cold cranking amps. 1000 cranking amps. This one right here is, guess it doesn't say, 900 cold cranking amps and 1000 cranking amps. So a little bit stronger. I always try to go a little bit stronger every battery I get. Try to get AGM because there's no acid in there. It's a gel compound. So it's a little bit bigger than the other one. It's kind of harder to get in. I didn't want to break in my fuses back here. But it's in. See if she starts. And if it starts, drive it tomorrow. Wish me luck. running. I don't have no lights on the dash yet, but I know they're coming. So, start it again in the morning, see if it's still running good, and take it to work. About 40 miles out, 40 miles in, see how she does. But she purring like a kitten. I hope that fixed it. So now I'm gonna put the speaker box back together and roll out.